Here's previously on the show, in Ravenloft, in Barovia, our heroes found themselves talking to Death, and Death mentioned that there was something that was deathless, something beyond its own grasp. And as creepy as that conversation was, you saw all of these bodies that were, you got the impression, all collected in some part of Ravenloft, that half of all of them, that maybe several of the denizens of Ravenloft were actually these shadow-like creatures that had no souls, that were just moved up to the surface to fill various roles, but something had been stealing them away through a crack in the walls of basically Castle Ravenloft. You followed down this crack after a great deal of time and ran into a gibbering mouther on a bridge. And it was very close. It was almost a TPK. The show almost ended that day. I'm not afraid to do it. I will TPK a group. But they survived the gibbering mouther and moved on to the bottom of a well where they found Tommy the Toad, a very I wouldn't say gentle, but very relaxed toad familiar that had been expecting you to arrive. You did arrive with two bodies that actually Gale had found at the bottom of a ravine that were inside of a bag of holding, two of these soulless bodies. And the toad was waiting, expecting it, and sent you up to the mill at the top of the well to deliver the bodies. And at that point, you peered through the windows of this mill in the middle of the night, and you saw all of these familiars caged, and a single imp rattling the cages with its staff, and then casting Dispel Magic on each of them, erasing them from magic itself. And that's when you heard the toad behind you saying, "I did think there was something strange about all of you." And so you are now recently discovered as being true familiars, not replacement familiars. What are you doing as Tommy the Toad is behind you, waiting with a staff in its hand?
I thought you said you gave us stuff to bring here. You came also, so you could have just brought it yourself. No.
Now this would go much easier if you would all just admit to the transgressions that you have applied. You are all familiars, and that's a problem for us.
Wait, is Squiddle still on the thing?
Squiddle, you are amongst sunshine. You are like currently moving on the mill in the water, and it's a sunshine, and you are for the first time in 400 years free of Ravenloft, of the domains of dread.
Just like on the mill, spinning around, dipping in water. The hills are undead with the sound of music. Hey, pest! I never seen the sunshine like this before in Barovia. Where'd you go?
Yeah, the water moves quicker and quicker as you sense maybe one of the dams that Whittle had constructed previously may have broken so that this mill had been working again. And you start flipping between the Primaterial Plane and the Domains of Dread over and over and over again, and you're starting to feel pretty nauseous.
Pest, this is weird.
My dreaming. Daylight, nighttime, daylight, nighttime, daylight, nighttime, depressed, happy, just over and over and over again. And you see Mr. Toad. You see Tommy the Toad behind them.
So when it goes dark, I'm like, who's that? Is that a toad? What's he saying to you?
It's the toad. He's mad, I think. I don't really understand why, though.
Oh, he's mad. I'll be back. Stay safe.
Where?
Go ahead. No, please go ahead.
Please, anyone.
I was just gonna ask where Pest was in relation to all of this.
Yeah, so Pest is sort of frozen. Because on the one hand, like, this is a serious situation that we should deal with. And on the other hand, there's a big toad who, like, could eat me at any moment and probably not even notice. So Pest is just sort of sitting very still and occasionally just looking over at Squiddle. And finally, like, takes a deep breath and screws his courage to the sticking place and says, I'm going to go retrieve her so we can all have this lovely conversation, and head over to the water, in the direction of the watermill, away from the toad.
His staff in front of you as you try to inch your way. I don't think you need to be helping her.
Oh, well, I don't know about that.
I bite the staff. Are we gonna play?
Roll initiative.
Yeah, correct. That is
I
correct.
thought we could avoid that. I was gonna think it was adorable and wouldn't fight us, but here we are.
For what it's worth, I did.
Okay.
That happened very quickly.
How does initiative work when you're in two different planes of existence?
Still the same way.
Okay.
It's a fair question. No.
It's a manual, non-magical version of Blink.
15 for me.
1 second.
Okay.
I have 8 billion windows open because I am bad at jobs. There you are. All right. So 15 for Mugen.
5 for Pest.
On brand.
We're crushing it with the initiative rolls. I got
Yeah,
a
you are.
12. So
Oh, well, that's solid.
Yeah.
Squiddle.
okay, thank
It's more
you.
than what I got. I got an 11.
All right.
Am I really? Did I roll the highest in initiative? The tiny little rat is leading the charge on this one.
Oh no, I got 15.
Okay, good.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
You're not on me, are you, Gail? I don't know. Or did you are you separate?
I think if I remember correctly, I don't think that I was. I need to get better at remembering when.
I don't think so, though.
I don't think so. Yeah, I think I was on the ground.
Okay.
You reach out your teeth to grab onto Tommy's staff, this toad, very small, and he's like, you shouldn't have done that. And he just gets big and warps and twists, and now he is just huge, almost the size of the mill itself.
Am I still attached to his staff that also got big? So I'm like,
You haven't hit.
Or I have. Okay.
Oh yeah, you haven't
tried
hit the
to.
staff yet. And a tentacle erupts out of the giant toad and hits you. I assume 25 hits.
Yeah. Our AC is really low because I don't have a shield or anything. Because I'm a dog.
You take 23 points of damage.
Oh no. That's a lot. I'm not dead, but I'm very close. Okay. We're only level like 3.
Anyone else wants to help the squiddling? Now, I thought we'd all be friends and settle this peacefully. Wouldn't you like to go into the middle and join the rest of your friends in cages?
Oh, I don't want to get dispelled. I thought we were playing fetch.
Oh, well, it's not going to be painful. You're just not going to exist here anymore. That's all. We'll find you a replacement. We always find replacements.
No thanks. Is it? Whose turn is it? Is it?
It is your turn, Mugen.
I was just pausing to see if anyone else wanted to jump in. Cool. I do my bite multi-attack on his. What's near me? Is a tentacle still near me, or his foot? Probably, 'cause he's
His
huge
foot
now.
hit the tentacle, kind of recessed.
Okay. That's 14 to hit, and then a
14
18
hits.
to hit.
Both
so
hit.
That's 2 hits. D6. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy!
All right, go and roll it.
3, 5 plus 8 is 13 damage. Ow.
You do 13 damage.
And so I'm just like trying to go for like the foot or the toenail. I don't know what frogs have down there going on. Gonna try to rip it off.
Yeah, you're biting onto his foot. And won't get out. That's not going to do nothing to me. I know you think you're a death dog, but you aren't going to survive this particular encounter with your small size. I am sorry.
And I want to use my movement to get behind him.
Okay.
If possible. So I'm not really disengaging. I'm just behind him because I figure he's big. So maybe he can't see me if I get behind him.
Okay, yeah. You get behind him. Is that your action?
Should I do something else? No. No, that's it. I wait.
Gail, the rat, what are you doing?
Yeah, let's put it all on my tiny little shoulders here.
Yeah.
I would like to rage, please.
Okay, perfect.
We're gonna
I've
keep
never
our
heard someone
fingers
say
crossed.
I'd like to rage more meekly. That is wonderful.
Well, I sure would like to rage.
Let's put that great sword I just got to. Oh, actually, you know what? I think I'm still using my rapier. I don't think that I swapped or anything, so I'm gonna stick with my little rapier for now.
Okay.
And we're just gonna keep our fingers crossed here. Let's see how that goes. That is 15 to hit.
15 hits.
Yay! Okay. Damage is, let's see. That is 6 plus 8. 8 damage.
You do 8 points of damage. Yeah, this thing Tommy seems unusually tough, but not surprising considering that he is currently the size huge, which is the size of a giant, which even for you is like a lot.
That's a lot.
Squiddle, you are going up and down through the prematerial plane into the dread domain. You are feeling quite not well from this experience. What are you doing?
I'm feeling quite dizzy, but I am counting the seconds of when the mill lifts me up to the point when I can see the window and back down to the bottom, and when I can see the window again, so that I can time Thunderwave perfectly, which is going to be really hard because I'm also going to try to sculpt spell.
You're too far away to do Thunderwave. You have to get close enough because it's like a 10-foot radius. You're going to have to get off the mill.
15.
I mean, oh, it's 15? Okay, I'll allow it.
Okay. So yeah, I'm going to try to time it so that when I'm in front of the window, I'm going to cast Thunderwave using Sculpt Spell. And I don't know if it's going to hit, but the con save is 12.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Yeah, just barely saved. It got a 7 plus 5 con. How much damage does it take?
It takes
So half of that?
7 points of damage. It's something.
Now, children, I don't wish to kill you. Listen, this doesn't have to get messy. This doesn't have to be upsetting. You can have a whole day in the cage and be evaporated. And it doesn't have to be a concern to no one. You don't have to make a big fuss. And you start hearing a creaking on the mill as you cast Thunderwave and you sculpt the spell around your friends. But Thunderwave still hits the mill itself and a bunch of the glass windows explode. And then you hear a creaking of the actual wheel that you are on as it starts to crack.
I don't think that was a good idea.
Pest. You are watching the main cog that goes into the wheel start to crack and splinter as Squidle is just going up and down, up and down, up and down, and cast Thunderwave, and all the windows on this building explode around this giant 12-foot tall frog. What do you do?
I don't know.
Logs off of Zoom.
Yeah, right. Goodbye.
Did we run away?
You're right. Well, that's why I don't know, because I do feel a little bit like I should try and go help my friend. So here's what we're gonna do. Pest is going to cast. Oh, I don't even know what this looks like, but I'm gonna cast Chill Touch at the toad. Which I imagine probably involves opening my maw of teeth and a hand coming out of it, which is all I'm going to say, because that's disturbing all by itself. And you're all welcome. It's a 22 to hit with Chill Touch.
Whoa!
Damn.
You hit. Good.
Yeah,
Save that for the end of the campaign.
Yeah, right. No, by then it'll be all ones. It's 7 necrotic damage. For what it's worth, the toad can't regain hit points until my next turn. And now I'm gonna just try to move in the direction of Squidle as best I can. As far as I can manage.
Okay, one of the eyes moves independently, watching you try to inch around.
I hate it.
As it watches you. See, that's the thing I was talking about, is that kind of action. I believe we're gonna have to fix this. Does a 29 hit you?
No, I have a weird hole in my AC at 29, Todd. Yes, it hits me.
I like sass. I love sass.
I shouldn't give you a hard time. I do it to my players all the time. So
I love it. No, I love it. I'm here for it. You take 18 points.
Yeah, that sounds right. I'm
bludgeoning damage.
I'm still up. I mean, not by much, but
you just get just
flattened.
Just kicks you into the actual wall.
Oh, there you go.
With his flabby frog foot. All right. Yeah, you just got ooze. You see all of you see Pest got ooze down each rock in the wall. You know how it's pebbly? And like there's a little bit of cement and then pebble. Like is all the way down. That brings us back. Well, unfortunately. All right. Again, I would like to settle this peacefully. No, you're no match for me. We can all get inside and have a great time. But I do feel that an example needs to be set. One of you is going to have to die. So which one of you would like to be consumed?
I volunteer as tribute.
Oh,
No.
So does Pest, actually.
Pest, what do you raise?
A sort of snapped in half tent like spike thing, just sort of like I roll over so that it's sort of facing up.
Well, I do believe that your little rat friend already decided to sacrifice herself. So I would like all of you to say your goodbyes at this moment.
No, I forgot what to do.
Just licks. Its long tongue just licks its lips. And there's this kind of a steam that kind of comes off of its giant form in the mist.
I know it's not my turn, but hear me out. What?
Okay,
if
Patrick
instead-
Rothfuss.
What? What if instead of Gale dying, Mugen jumps up and bites its tongue.
You can hold your action.
Okay. I think
But
I will just do that then, but I don't know.
yeah, you won't be able to intervene necessarily. So, anyone else? Any parting words for Gale?
It would be an honor to die protecting you all. Remember, Gale, the brave.
No,
And you
Gale,
can
you
see
have to.
He's gonna hold his little rapier up, and his little paw is shaking as he does it.
I take it 16 hits you.
No, wait. As Squiddle is rotating on the mill, they're gonna send a message to Gale.
What do you send?
It was really nice knowing you for like the short amount of time that I knew you, but also like, if you think that you can make it to the mill, I'm pretty sure that this is our way to another dimension, and it could possibly save all of us. You're really little. You're really fast. If I don't know if you can make it, but if you can't, I'll see you in another life.
Toad, whose name I didn't quite catch. Would you mind if I just gave a goodbye hug to my friend before I go?
Ooh, give me a persuasion check, or is it deception?
I think it's deception.
Okay.
I think Gale's being just deceiving.
I think it's the one with the higher mod.
Yeah, that one.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
stop on the 2. Oh no. So like, how does a 5 sound?
Gale, you take 20 points of damage as you are completely consumed into the stomach of Tommy the Toad. A tongue wraps around you and sucks you into the mouth, and you find yourself in the stomach.
I only had 19 hit points, so I'm down.
All right. Oh, that's a flavor. This is a bit gamey, your friend. Now, if you would all mind to go inside the building, I hope you understand that none of you can survive this encounter, and your friend already being dead at this point. I think it's time for all of you to get dispelled. It's going to be relaxing for all of you. Think of this. You'll never have to be in the service of any warlock or wizard ever again. So in a way, it's freedom. And Gale, you're just in all of this. Your unconscious form is just in all of this bile and acid in the stomach of this thing.
Okay, no pressure, but somebody come save me really quickly, please. I will not survive long in here. I am so tiny.
I was very ready to get swallowed and come save you, but 20 points of damage, I ain't gonna make it to the stomach.
It's I don't know what I can do. I'm gonna use before I go, I'm gonna use my bonus action first. Is that cool? Is that how we do D&D these days?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Mugen's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna do my second wind real quick, so that I get 6 points of HP back, which is not great. It's not a lot. So I'm back up to 11, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Which is nice. That's nice. And then I'm going to come on, D&D Beyond. Okay. I'm going to do. Oh no, I'm only level 5. I'm conflating my actions with somebody else. I'm going to bite, and I'm gonna try to basically gonna attempt to bite into the frog to try to drag him towards and grapple to try to drag him towards the water.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Okay.
They are huge.
Yes, I don't know what else to do. Okay, that was pretty good. That's 19, 20, 22 to hit.
Yep, that totally hits.
I guess I'll roll damage. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage.
Okay.
Should I do it twice? Because it's a multi-attack.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. That's exactly the same to hit, so that definitely hits. And then 2, 4, 7 more to hit. Or
A total of 14?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you start biting into the legs.
And I'm
Gail,
trying to
give
be
me a death
dragged.
save.
Hmm.
Just floating in all of this goo.
So fun fact about me, this is my first time ever in the history of my time as a D&D player to ever have to do a death save.
Oh, it's your first death
It
save.
is my first death save. I've actually
Baby's
never been
first
in this
death
position
save.
before. Is there a place on D&D Beyond to do that easily?
I think you. Oh, that's a good question. I've never had to roll a death save.
Yeah. High five! Woo! Stay alive.
Ooh,
Should I just roll a d20 and then?
I'm looking too, and I don't.
yeah,
see
I think you
one.
just roll a d20.
Okay.
It's just a straight d20, and if it's 10 or lower.
Okay.
Well,
that
yeah.
13. What? So is that one success?
That's one success.
Okay.
Okay, Squiddle, what are you doing? You hear the cracking of the wheel.
Can I make an investigation roll to see if there is
I saw that you did already.
anything sharp in the mill house?
Sarah, well, you're not. The mill house has just exploded, and that's where all the familiars are being kept. So you can't really see that far.
So
You're
if I
currently on the
were
wheel.
to if I were to hop off the wheel into the window of the mill house and look in there, is there anything with which I could stab Tommy the Toad and open him up?
Well, there is a scythe and a whole bunch of like farming implements, but what's your strength?
Not much.
Yeah, nothing that you could physically pick up.
Okay, good. So I I see sharp tools, but I'm too weak to pick them up.
Yes. What would you like to do?
Incredible turn. I love it.
I'm just gonna let Mugen know, and then maybe we can figure something out when it's Mugen's turn.
Can you like incapacitate him somehow? Like, close his eyes, cut his Achilles tendon, make his stomach hurt, something. Slow him
Like
down.
one mouth is like biting into his leg, and the other mouth is just like giving out all these suggestions for your action.
So, did you say he had like tentacles or aren't like
A
weird
tentacle
arms?
erupted out of him and struck.
Is the tentacle still out?
No.
This thing is
What did it come
weird.
out of? Like his belly button or his mouth? Or...
Yeah. It came
Which
out of
one?
his back.
Oh, his back. Okay. All right. Normal.
I'm
Stuff.
gonna attempt to do Thunder Wave again. Same save, con 12.
Okay. One second.
Mhm.
Oh, that's weird. What's the difficulty?
12.
23.
So it takes 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage.
It's
It's another
not
thought,
looking
and
good,
like
y'all.
more, and then the wheel breaks and starts moving down the river with you on top of it, of the mill.
You're not good at this game.
Pest, what are you doing?
Oh.
Slightly reinflating to start. Just a little, God,
Don't forget you
above.
forgot regenerate.
Yeah, it's a good thing. That's why. Oh my god, this is bad. I can't do anything. I want to wait. So now Squiddle is traveling the river on this wheel in
Yes.
addition to Gale being inside the toad.
Yes.
Excellent. Just remarkable.
So
good
so
news.
right now, Gale's inside this huge-sized toad, the size of the mill house. The
Uh-huh.
wheel is broken off. There's a squiddling on top of that wheel. I imagine like doing a tentacle levitation, like just walk, like trying to tread it like a hamster at this
That's
point.
excellent.
Just
Meagan is giving out suggestions for other people on how to attack the giant frog.
Right.
With one of its mouths as the other one is biting firmly into the leg. And there's a very angry imp peering outside the window. That's
Oh,
all the windows have been exploded several times.
There's an imp looking outside the window. Oh, everything is awful, but we absolutely can not have someone else join this fight. So I am gonna very weakly, I assume I'm sort of like below, like up against the building, sort of below the window, and just see like the imp, and I'm like, you mustn't. Nah. And I'm gonna cast blindness on the imp. You can't join us. So it's a Constitution save from the imp. Right?
Very
Yes.
interesting. All right, yeah,
Grasping
the
at
imp
straws here.
kind of like peers out with its staff. And sorry, counterpillar is having a little bit of trouble. What's the save again?
Constitution.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And how high?
It's a DC 15.
Got it.
Okay.
It's the worst.
That's the worst. Sorry, I tried. That's my action. I don't think I have any boat. This is bad. Took a swing and missed. That's all I got.
Okay.
What are you doing down there? You're not going to cast any of your weird spells on me. You leave me alone.
Clearly not.
Got his attention instead.
That's, well, and that I'll take, right? Like, we just gotta get Gale out.
Y'all, I'm sweating in here.
I know!
Right.
You and me
given up.
both.
I've given up on all of you. So, well, I tried to make this peaceful, and that didn't work out for anybody. So I guess it's just screaming and death, which is unfortunate because I'm sure you're all very lovely people. But you do have to be replaced today. So, goodbye. Meagan,
What?
a tentacle erupts. Does a 19 hit you?
Yes, God. Why don't I have better armor?
Meagan, you take 23 points of damage.
I'm out.
As this tentacle erupts again, it just kind of like twirls out of its back and then like wraps around for you for a second and twists. And you feel bones kind of crack and muscle just shift and you fall unconscious. Gale, I need a death save.
This is the most stressful third episode of any show I've ever been on.
We really didn't do too much, huh?
That's a 6.
That is a fail.
Okay.
Squiddle, what are you doing as you are you're on this giant wheel that is the size of the mill house itself, because that's how that works.
How far
and-
down the river did I make it?
Oh, not far. You're like
Oh, good.
you're about 7 feet down it's watching you now. Like with one of its eyes just turns, and you're about at the same height as it.
I'm going to hop off the wheel and run back towards the mill house. And I am going to use my Lord of Barovia card right now because
What is your Lord of Barovia card, may I ask?
it's an invisible card that I invented because I am out of spell slots.
And
I'm going to get to that part.
Okay.
Hello. Tommy, I think you said your name was. My name's Squiddle. I think we didn't get properly introduced. Formerly, I was the Lord of Barovia, and these are my friends. And I just can't help but be concerned about what's going to happen to you if any of us get hurt or killed. I know you didn't know who I was when we first got here.
Oh.
But I just want you to know because, I'm concerned about you.
Oh.
I don't want anything to happen to you.
Lord of Barovia. I have no idea. Well, I should bow down right now. I
that's
should
not
I should have
necessary.
recognized you a long time ago. You are a vampiric gnome of some stature and importance in this entire realm, and I have made a mistake, and I should spare up your friend and let everybody go. Maybe even patch up your wounds as well.
That would be great.
Maybe bake you a birthday cake. Or
Do you remember when my birthday is? Because I forgot.
I could just eat you because you're no lower to Barovia. So
But,
thank you
okay,
for wasting our time.
No, hold on. I know I don't look like the Lord of Barovia. I look like a familiar, like a purple gnome squidling with.
I'm looking at
No-
you right
no
now.
value.
I don't necessarily need you to describe what you look like. Yes, you're purple and oozy and kind of gross.
Hear me out. But like, I used to be Whittle, but my name is Squiddle now because. So if
Is that
if you-
like saying my name used to be Tim and now I'm Tommy?
Sure.
Okay, see, I don't think you're a liberal of you. I'm not
But-
afraid of you.
Okay, I know. This sounds really far-fetched, but if you just want to take a walk with me, I can show you. Whittle is in a casket right now, and she is more undead than she was before.
So you want to take me to Castle Ravenloft?
Uh-huh.
A place that I've been stealing bodies from.
You've been stealing bodies?
Yeah. So, okay. If you have an action, I would like to know what it is.
Episode 3, we're doing super great. We got all the clues. We're gonna solve the mystery for sure.
I think I'm gonna start creating a house rule. Like if you fail to persuade somebody, like they get a bonus to damage to make up the difference between your persuasion and them not buying it. Like it just
Okay,
makes
well,
things
like,
easier.
let's say I made a persuasion roll and I rolled an 18. I mean, I'm
boy.
just throwing it out. You don't have to use it if you don't want to, but
Yeah, it's hard to persuade someone with something that seems completely and utterly absurd.
do I have anything upon my squiddling that could prove that I was once Lord of Barovia?
All right, I have one. I have a rule. There is a house rule. A 20
Okay.
always succeeds and a 1 always fails.
What
And
about
it was a
it?
natural 1.
Really?
How do you suddenly seem like the Lord of Barovia? Like, how do you prove it? I'm asking you to do my work for me because I'm trying to figure out how you just persuaded this giant frog that you are the Lord of Barovia.
No, really, she is.
Well, first off, pest was my favorite pest. And I don't know if you remember these, but she takes down her goggles. Why would Whittle give these to me?
I'm so sorry that I'm mistaken you, Lord of Barovia. I really didn't think. I thought you were trying to pull one over on me.
I would never. No. I mean, I didn't want my friends to die here. They're new here and they're still learning who's who. But I just,
Well, you seem,
as
you
Lord
do
of
seem very.
Barovia,
How did this happen to you? I'm very curious of how you have suddenly found yourself a familiar.
that's the predicament that I'm in right now. And it's really frustrating because someone of my stature, I used to be Lord of Barovia, and now I am a Lord Squidling. I am a lowly Squidling, a familiar, and no one takes me seriously.
Okay, so a conversation has been forced by this persuasion. Meagan, are you still biting the leg?
I'm out, so I've got to do a death prayer.
Yeah, you're right. You're out. So
I'm out.
a conversation is being had. I need you to make a death save.
I would say that in my death, my bite is still attached, though. Because,
Yeah, I think you're probably
you know,
so sunken in.
18 is probably fine. So that's one
Yeah,
good
18's
good
good.
thing happens.
Gail?
Keep talking, everyone.
Oh, I have to do a death save again, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Rolling. Fingers crossed. That's a 5.
That's a
Why?
fail. That's 2 failures.
I think I really my hubris was ordering a minifigure of this character.
Aw. No, can't die.
Oh no. Pest. What do you do?
Well, I'm going to regenerate a few hit points and still be below half. I'm gonna move over in the direction of this wild conversation that is happening, doing my best to reassure the toad that Squiddle is in fact telling the truth. And just, I think I'll just ask, I don't know what else to do at this point, so I think he just says, excuse me, sir, formidable enemy, Thomas, was it?
No, my Thomas is fine.
Great. Could we, while we parley, would you mind, regurgitating our friend so that I might just give a bit of aid while we chat? I don't think you'll have much trouble re-swallowing my companion should things go poorly in the parley.
How long has the Lower Barovia been a familiar? That's my question. I'm curious how this has happened.
What time is it?
I don't have a watch on me.
Well,
I think it's probably midnight.
Since the morning, so not long. We're all sort of trying to figure it out together, you know.
So you'd say the Lower Barovia has probably never been weaker.
No, she's very capable.
Like, if I was to eat the Lower Barovia, maybe I would be powerful like the Lower Barovia.
Oh, do you want to be a Lord of Barovia? Because we can never convince anyone to be a Lord of Barovia. So if you want that job, I'll give it to you right now. You're hired.
No, thanks. I'd prefer not to be trapped in this plane for all of existence.
I know. That's the catch, right? You know, the pay's not good, and it's never sunny here, and you can't leave.
Well, I am digesting your friend at this moment.
Right about
I am
that,
not quite
though.
afraid of you.
Right, but about the digesting, though? Maybe just a partial... I just need to see a little bit of him. We'll give him a little assistance.
Give me a persuasion check.
I will. Oh, I'm not good at that. All right. Oh, well, it's a 12. My favorite number. Anything between a 9 and a 12 is just like, well, I don't know what to do with that.
God, what is happening? Okay.
Is that like a good, oh my god?
Well, given that you are the Lower Barovia and your friend seems, what is it, pest? He's so concerned about this tiny little rat. You know, there are many rats all over the place. I will, and just regurgitates a very dead-looking Gale onto the ground full of slime. Got a 9 against your persuasion.
So, like I said, if things go south, you know, pre-digested
I can always just,
meal.
I can eat all of you easily.
Right, that's exactly the point, right? So I'm
Yeah.
I'm gonna edge this way, if that's
I do feel that one of you should die, though. So
Well,
maybe the dog.
Why do any of us have to die though? Like, you filling some kind of quota?
Well, yes, actually, I am.
For
That's
what?
Well, I don't know that I should be telling you all what I'm up to.
I mean, if you're like filling a quota with like a familiar, that's not very impressive, right? Can't you find something bigger?
Well, it's all about the job that I've taken, and I don't want to get into that right now. Is your friend dying?
Right.
Gale is
issue.
was covered in acid.
I want to. Do I have an action left, or was that persuasion?
Oh yeah. We're
Conversation?
out of combat.
Okay,
It's
great.
Kind of we're now.
Yeah, it's been real weird.
And a giant wheel is just going down the river.
All right.
Did you say we're not in combat anymore?
Not really.
I
would-
prestidigitate, Gale.
Wait for it.
Yeah. And while you prestidigitate to clean, I would like to cure wounds, please.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Please. Well, Well, it's a whole 7 hit points, Gale. I did what I could.
It does wake you up.
And I sort of, I cast Cure Wounds by sort of, like, impaling some of my spikes and then, like, injecting healing,
Ooh,
say, magic. Yeah.
Oh, that's disgusting.
This is the most horrible character I've ever played, and I love him.
I don't know that I've ever seen a grosser way to heal anybody in my entire life. Ew.
Thank you.
Gale, you wake up.
Gale's on his back and his little paws start to twitch, and is Pest like directly above him?
Yeah.
I think he just kind of like slowly opens his eyes and he's like,
I thought I would see my friends in the afterlife.
Oh, no.
Oh, Pest.
It was
How
very...
are you, friend?
Oh, it's so sweet. You're not dead yet.
Say
No,
what?
yeah, no soldier left behind. You're still with us for now, anyway. But
Yeah, you're not dead yet.
Gale's gonna hop up and start popcorning
yes,
when rats hop around because they're really excited.
yes.
Again.
Hey, someone do a medicine check on me. I'm fucking dying. over
I
here.
need you to make a death save.
I mean,
And then
okay,
I
that's
and then
a
I have
17.
okay, good.
Cool. It's 2
I do have
successes.
I do have
Just
one
cool.
more spell slot to heal you as well, Mugen.
Looking me up.
It's my last one. Nobody die.
Okay. I'm still biting on this leg over here.
10 hit points for you as I impale your paw, I
Yay.
guess.
Well, I'd like to discuss the terms of my kindness because I am genuinely surprised to meet the Lord Barovia. Here is what I would like to discuss.
Tell me.
I don't very much like living under, at the bottom of a well. It's cold, it's damp. I can be convinced not to work for my former employers,
Oh, really?
given that I give a high position within the castle itself.
You want to sleep in the tower?
I'd
Very
like a
high.
job.
Oh.
It's funny. It almost seems like if we had approached this situation just asking if we could buy you out, then maybe I didn't have to almost die.
Well, that might not have worked. I don't think I will believe. I don't know. Something about the big, doughy black eyes and that squiddling convinced me that it was actually Laura Barovia and then your tiny worm friend. I don't know if your friend has eyes, but I don't know. I get the sense of some darkness in both of you. Something that makes you attached to this place. So I believe you. Also, who would possibly be announcing that they're Laura Barovia other than Squiddle or Whittle? That's absurd.
No one wants that job. You know what? I have the perfect job for you. I got a room full of Whittle clones with no security guards. I would like for you to be the security guard for that room, and you'll get full room and board. You'll get to eat as much as you want. What do you eat? We'll make sure it's the best.
Well, I'll let you know right now, rats are definitely on the menu.
What about like
I thought frogs ate bugs.
what about like an impossible rat? Have you heard of those?
I don't know what impossible rat is.
It's
but,
like a rat substitute. It's really
that sounds disgusting. I think
It's
it's
delicious.
exactly what I just ate was an impossible rat, if I'm accurate in my assertion. So anyways, so what where you want me to guard clones of yourself? I think I'd like something more lofty than that. Oh, we gotta kill this imp real quick before it gives it up. And the imp is just in the window, like, wait, what do you mean? What? I'm gonna tell the boss. He like jumps through the window, back into the window.
Sir, I'm terribly sorry to tell you this, but after that little skirmish we just had with you, I think taking care of the imp is on you.
Oh, fine, I'll do this for you. This one little service. And just starts just stomping towards the mill and breaks through the wall like Kool-Aid Man And the imp is just screaming, and the tongue wraps around the imp all the way up to its eyes until its little yellow eyes are bulging out. And then it gets sucked into Tommy's stomach. Oh. Well, that was spicy. Sorry about all your dead friends. You know, that was just part of the deal. You've been replacing familiars for some time.
Can you tell us why?
Well, I suppose there's no harm in me telling you why now. Oh, wait. Let's give it a bit. He's still kicking inside me. Oh, now he's dead. All right. So he won't be sending any messages. Takes a while to dissolve an imp. I don't know how many you've eaten yourself. A lot. No one here has ever had an imp? Oh, it's tasty.
I eat bones, though.
I may have had
bone.
imp blood once.
And with that, we're going to take a break.
God!
Incredible.
What is happening?
We'll be back in
Never
about
been
5
more
minutes,
stressed.
everybody. I hope you
I
have a
can't
good
believe
time.
that worked.
Wild.
Neither can I.
Thank
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. We'll be right back, everyone. Thank you for watching us. We just got back from our mid break. Oh no! Oh! The universe is broken. All right, we're really live though. Sorry we broke the internet, everybody. Welcome to A Familiar Quest. This is our lovely adventure, and thank you for coming back for the break. Totally nothing bad just happened, and you find yourselves hearing the gurgling, just the muffled screams of an imp slowly being dissolved inside of Tommy the Toad, a huge, giant toad the size of this entire mill. The wheel moving down the river after it's been broken after several castings of Thunderwave had been made. And there's a bunch of familiars all in cages. And you are all around this giant, massive toad. What are you doing?
I would like to go inside and start releasing all the familiars.
you go inside and you find all types of familiars and you start opening up cages and all kinds of stuff.
I would like to assist with that.
Okay.
I'm like pretty much as soon as I got healed from pest, I am like rushing to Mugen, like sticking to Mugen like glue.
Okay. Squirrel, what are you doing?
I am talking to Tommy to distract him.
Pest, are you hanging out with Squirrel? All right. So, is it very big in Castle Ravenloft? I myself didn't want to ever go inside myself.
It's palatial.
I don't know what that means.
It means it's a mansion. It's huge.
Oh, okay.
You know, and I meant to tell you, any room in Castle Ravenloft you want, it's yours. If there's someone in there, I'll kick him out because you did us a solid today, and I appreciate you.
I did not kill your entire group of friends. That is true.
That yeah. But also, I was kind of curious. Have you ever heard a gnome squidling talk before?
Are you talking right now?
Yeah, but like before me.
I can't say that I've run into many squidling myself. You know, you have you look like a tiny little mind flare baby.
Yeah, that's basically what I am. You know, usually they just sound like
I was trying to be respectful,
cats.
but you really do look like a mind flare baby.
No, I'm like a...
If you don't even touch the ground, you're just kind of like a baby in one of those little baby wheel cages. I don't know what you call those. You know, you put the baby in there and then they try to move their little feet and then they just wheel around because, you know, human babies' legs are so weak. I don't even know how they survive.
Oh, wait.
How do babies survive? Do you just throw babies into the forest?
I think we might be getting a bit off track, Tommy.
Okay.
I'm just very curious because, you know, I was born and I could do all manner of things for myself. I came into existence, but I don't, you know, now that I think about babies, how do they ever start wielding swords and such? Doesn't make any sense.
Well, a lot of species babies are like pretty weak when they're first born. There's other species where the babies just come out and they're ready to go, but you know, you got to put them in a bassinet. Maybe that's the word you were thinking of, and that helps them. I don't know, grow up a little bit, and then they can eventually hold on to a sword.
Why don't all the monsters just eat all the babies before they become heroes?
Well, some of them do.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
But you don't have to be a monster, and you weren't. So I appreciate that.
Well, anyways, you look like I'm a little tiny Iron Flare baby. That's my point. Sorry, I got off track.
I don't think I get any bigger than this.
Well, you know, that's on you. You know, you just gotta get used to the cards that you were dealt with and what you look like. I get bigger, as you can see. I'm big right now. I could probably be smaller right now. He shrinks. Does that make you feel a little less insecure? I mean, I'm not like, you know, a little mind flare.
Yes.
Oh, I feel like you're just kind of being a little condescending.
From inside the mill,
I'm
you
not
hear...
being condescending, Montclair, baby.
Meagan would like to stop this. From inside the mill, you hear Meagan and Gail opening the cages, but you also hear like, "Hello, my name's Meagan, you're free. Hello, my name's Meagan, you're free. Hello, my name's..." just like over and over and over again. And then I'd like to... And I'd like to come back out though. Can I tell if if Tommy is becoming bigger and smaller from his staff, or that's just his innate power?
That's something is... Give me Arcana. Do you have Arcana?
No. I would like to know though, in case I should steal the staff.
It smells natural to you.
Yeah, there you go.
How about that?
Thought there was a small chance we can get real big. All right, fine.
I'd like to search inside this warehouse and see if there's anything, maybe, I don't know, maybe that someone left lying around unattended.
There is a staff that is capable of casting Dispel Magic.
How big and heavy is it?
It shrinks to your equivalent size.
I take it.
Yay, evil Gale.
You find also several bags of holdings.
I also take them.
And if you look inside, there are two bodies in each of them. Lifeless ones.
Moogie.
Yeah.
I found these really cool bags, and I think they might be helpful for us. But there's kind of dead bodies in them.
Oh, okay.
And I'm thinking maybe we don't need that if we want to try and get them out of here.
Well,
what's the best way to do that?
The bags are still small, so you can just keep them in there. No one's gonna notice unless they look inside.
I'm gonna like hold it open and just kind of poke my nose through. What does it smell like? Is the smell really overpowering?
Nope. Not rotting, not nothing.
Okay. Gail's going to pull the bag shut and go up to Mugen and say,
Moogie, could you hold on to these?
Okay. And I kind of move my cape so that she can tie it to my, or he can tie it to my little satchel, whatever's going on back there. Hey, Tommy, friend. Now is a friend, Tommy. Why were you gonna say what? Why are you replacing all the familiars? Do you not like us, or is it?
Oh, I was just hired to do a job.
Wait, you're by who?
There were different parties in between us. The go-between is in my stomach currently. So the go-between is in between me at the moment. But yeah, he probably could have answered all those questions you were asking. But well, that's how it goes. Well, I was given the impression that the best thing to do to spy on all the wizards and warlocks was to replace all the familiars one by one. So we always knew what they were up to. And then I think the plan kind of evolved from there. Maybe we could start replacing all the people as well. Just in key positions around the prime material plane, the usual thing. So, sure. We captured apparently Mordenkainen. That was what they were saying around the water cooler, and a couple of other powerful people. Catty Bree, I believe. We got, I don't know what that is. Just a big cat. Yeah, cheese. Sounds like something like that. They're really, really eager to get somebody named Spritz, some kind of famous ranger. So,
no.
So we got all those replacement bodies ready to go. You find those Shadowfell bodies at the bottom of the core Ravenloft quite malleable, so we can make them look like anyone and breathe life into them.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's what we've been up to. Seems like a good idea. Just get everything, in control after Asmodeus died and then Straw died, and I don't know the order of events, but that was a big shakeup upstairs and downstairs and in between the stairs, across the hall. Lots of chaos all over the multiverse. So I was told by the imps that this is the way to create stability. And I was like, I like that. That sounds good. Yeah, so we're replacing folks.
Squiddle. When
Yeah.
you just listening here to our friend Tommy. When you became the Lord of Brovia, did you know anything about the big devil also dying? Was that your doing as well? I realize, for as long as I've known you, we don't talk much about those things.
I'm gonna hit him with a message. Yes, but I don't think that
shit.
I don't think that Tommy should know about that.
Right.
Not yet, anyways.
Oh, well, that's all right. It was a lead I thought perhaps we had, but now is clear that we don't.
Wait, but you didn't even give her a chance to answer the question. They didn't say anything. You said the question, and then you paused for a second, and then you changed your mind.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah, that's correct. You just stared very longingly into Tess'
Squirtle-
eyes.
Yeah, I feel like Squiddle should have had a chance to talk and not get talked over. So, Squiddle, did you have something to say?
Gail, I appreciate you so much. You're
Here to help.
With the
I've never heard of
Heart
this
with the
as-
tentacles. No.
I never heard of an Asmodeus.
Oh, okay.
We just have known each other for so long that I knew that was her answer. You know.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, sure.
I don't
So,
know what's going on. but
It's
is that
feels
bad?
like awkward pause. Yeah. Oh, what, Mugen?
Oh no, I was just.
Sorry
saying
that I
really-
almost killed you. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't really feel sorry, but I'm glad that it didn't, because now maybe we can not feel sorry or be. Yeah, I'd rather not be sorry. And I'm not
Mm,
sorry because you're not dead.
mm,
Wait.
You're very confusing. But everyone, I think we freed all the familiars, and then that was. I don't know. Is the quest over? I don't know. Is there a part 2? I thought we just saved familiars, and then that's it. Or do we need to go back and talk to that devil guy again?
Oh, this is a few familiars. As we were replacing all of them.
Oh.
So are there other places that this is happening?
Yeah, little tiny little stations all around the place. This one only exists so that we could steal bodies from the powers.
Charming.
Well, we didn't know any other place to find shadow people. Not everyone in Ravenloft is real. Some people are just here, don't even know they don't have souls. They just exist. Almost like little shadowy machines acting like they have lives and all that. So we thought we'd, frankly, with the multiverse cracking, we'd steal a few and start replacing folks that we felt were maybe had gotten too powerful or were in key positions in the prime material plane.
What?
To what end?
Control, I think.
For you?
Oh, not for me personally. I'm just a go-between. This
Right.
the entity in question, the other, as he likes to call himself, he feels that all the creatures, including familiars, even though we had to kill a bunch of them, deserve to be in control. Those that are created, or those that never truly existed. All those monsters that get summoned by all those spells. All the familiars who are created. But the other didn't quite feel that familiars could be trusted because they had such close ties to those who summoned them. The monsters, however, trying to find a way to make them permanent so they don't dissipate after the spell is done. Constructs as well, trying to keep them around. So a little bit of a revolution, you might say.
So is it safe to assume that the other is also a summoned, created being, or just deeply?
I'm not in
generous
the
in
inner
spirit?
circle, but I suspect, with such a strong obsession with those that are created, and I can only assume they are like us. It sounds dark when you explain out loud. I thought I was doing the right thing.
No, it's all right, but I'm glad that you came to that without me you know what I mean? Like, that was you
Yeah.
saying that, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, it comes on a bit strong, but several, thousands upon thousands of years of bloodshed and war and death, and then, the instability as Mude is dying and Strahd dying, and, people get kind of nervous.
Sure.
And maybe something has to be done.
Sure.
I get the mind flayers. I get the tiny baby mind flayer here. I understand wanting to be an elder brain and controlling the entire universe. Makes sense. Makes everybody nice and calm.
I suppose so. It feels like an awful lot of work.
Well, that's true. I'm not really a frog. I just have a frog form, but I understand that born we're just tails, and only 1 in 1,000 really survives. That seems like bad odds.
Oh.
That seems like chaos.
Good.
Yeah, that seems bad.
All right.
But
well,
yeah.
I mean, also all the familiars going away doesn't seem great.
Well, we haven't got them all yet. We've been heard of a town of familiars that we've been looking for.
Do you happen to have any leads on where that is?
Well, we figured there might be one place just broken enough to get there. We were very excited once they apparently sensed not the passing, but something broken within the Lord of Barovia. That would be you, Squill, little mind flayer baby. That maybe there's a domain here in Ravenloft that could get us into this familiar domain where only familiars exist, where they're born. Now, I am a familiar myself. I was once a familiar. I think I still am, even though my creator is gone. I don't have any memories beyond, about 3 days ago.
And if you're familiar, how big was the thing that you were living with?
How big was the thing? Much bigger, I think. But they died right away.
Oh, that's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that.
I just thought that was the actual life expectancy to
Hey,
tall people.
I have a question. When you replace beings that are really powerful, what happens to their bodies?
Oh, I think, well, it depends. The ones who are really powerful, the humanoids, as they like to call themselves, the ones that got 4 limbs and are tall, those tend to go into cold storage because apparently there needs to be some type of connection between their shadowy selves and their actual selves. So we can't just be erasing them left and right, all, nimbly bimbly and everything. So, yeah, there's apparently a place they put all of those wizards and warlocks.
Okay, what about powerful beings that are not tall?
Oh. Well, they've been erasing familiars, I'll be honest. But it's a lot easier when you don't know them.
More specifically, what's going to happen to Whittle's body?
I don't know anything about that. I don't know why you're familiar. That's very confusing. Is your body still a body?
Yep, and it's...
Are you breathing?
Nope, it's...
Just kidding, that was a test.
Yeah, you got me.
I'm very smart.
So, whenever we get some time, I can show you Whittle's body.
Humor, that's the joke.
So, yeah, later on, I would love to have a long rest, and I could show you to your quarters, Tommy. She's still
like all stretched out, like.
It's just laying there.
I mean, you said long rest, so I just assumed.
Oh God. God damn it.
Who are you?
It's just you take.
I'm Tommy the
everything
Toad. Nice to
literally.
meet you. I've been alive for about 3 days now, and I tried to murder you recently.
No, I remember that.
Do all
part.
rats have short-term memory issues, or is it just you?
I think it's just me, but I don't know. I don't remember.
You were in my tummy for a quite long time, so that could have all kinds of adverse effects. Like death.
Please promise you won't try to eat us again. And listening to what you said, I understand you've only been around for like 3 days, but as you're alive longer, I just wanted you to know that all beings have the capacity to change, and please don't need us again.
It's a good point. I was going to eat pest later. I don't feel good about it, but and that was on the docket. But
Yeah,
I agree
alright.
not to eat any of you.
Snack sized. It's all right.
I also, just like a friendly suggestion, Tommy, because I do feel like we're going to be friends now.
Okay.
There's such a thing as like good bacteria and bad bacteria when it comes to gut health. And I'm just going to say, friend to friend, you need to see a doctor. That was not good. That was like so not good when
How
I
many
was in
stomachs have
there.
you been in?
We'll get to know each other later. I'll tell you some stories, Tommy. Get it checked out, man.
Now I'm insecure and slightly concerned about my well-being.
That's okay. You're with us now. Squiddle, do you have like a doctor
Yeah.
on staff?
Yeah, we I mean,
Do you?
not a doctor, and not one that specializes in
Oh
anything.
yeah, you got a doctor.
It's
Hey,
me.
Squiddle.
I'm the doctor.
Does Pest want to be the doctor?
Now that we're
That would
talking
be
about this,
amazing.
who lives in Ravenloft? Like, what's the staff like? I would love to know. Is it just doctors?
Oh,
and cooks?
it's like vampire doctors and cooks and live-in janitors, because we do have indoor plumbing, Tommy. If you continue to have any gut health trouble.
So non-creatures live there at all? Like, does Squiddle remember when they were Whittle, if that there were other humanoids still living there, or that was it?
Oh,
empty?
none in Castle Ravenloft.
Right? Okay. I was just checking.
Yeah, no. No, at no point was that like a
I
safe
had
place to hang.
questions. Okay,
Yeah.
so is that the end of the adventure, or are we bringing any of these other familiars home? Are they still hanging out, or they all leave when we let them go?
A lot of them just took off. You were
Good.
talking to a giant toad at the time,
Yeah.
so they were a bit skittish.
Mugen, I think we have to. I don't. Oh, you know what I always say: no soldier left behind. And it sounds like there are a lot of other familiars that we would be leaving behind who are in trouble. I don't rightly know that we can. We may have won this battle in a peculiar and roundabout way, but I think the war is much, much longer.
Yes, I think we should try to find the other familiars and let them be free. I mean, we're not doing anything else, so it's fine.
Hopefully, with less, near-death experiences.
Do you think we have to go back to? Was it actually Lucifer, the demon, the devil? Oh, the devil. Do you think we have to go back to the devil and tell him any of this, or are we just gonna keep on trucking? Okay.
Oh,
okay.
yeah,
They'll say
no,
no.
I say no.
Yeah, I don't think there's any need.
I mean, technically, he warned us.
Do you think
So-
perhaps he's got more information for us now that we've stopped this little setup?
Did he want us to stop this, or did he want us to get captured by? I got confused.
Who
I
are
think he
you
wanted us
talking
to
about?
stop it. The devil?
I
Remember
wish
were,
we
talking
knew,
to-
Tommy. I wish we knew. Sort of ever,
That's-
but
Some kind of thing send you after me, or
well, not you personally. Of course not. You're lovely. Now,
Just in this general direction.
so about that castle.
yes.
Yes, right this way.
Do we think that it's still gonna be overrun by zombies, or are we good to go back?
Oh, that's
Remember,
a
remember
thing
that?
that
Kind of where we
happened.
left.
Yes. Well, with
Huh.
Tommy here, I mean, really, they can't possibly withstand his might. Right?
DM, how many zombies are still left around Castle Ravenloft?
You're not very close. Oh, you would have to. Okay, you would have to start traveling towards Castle Ravenloft to determine that. Yeah.
How far are we from Castle Ravenloft at this point?
You're probably about a mile away.
I mean, I feel like we'll see them, you know.
Yeah.
We'll know if there's a problem once we get a little closer, I imagine.
Do you start heading towards Castle
Yeah,
Ravenloft?
I think so.
Are we not going to investigate this water that goes to a different universe, or is that cool? Is that okay? Is that okay just like this, leaving it there?
Well, that's a good question.
There are so many things.
Oh no, the wheelhouse broke.
Is that
That's
bad?
not
Is that going to be a problem?
Well, that was how we were getting the bodies to the prime material plane, at least from here. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, but that's not a problem because we're not shipping the bodies anymore because I decided to stop and I ate them. So everything's fine.
fantastic. Oh, how neatly tied up in a bow. In a
Problem
horrible,
solved.
horrible flesh bow.
It does appear that the only portal to the prime material plane has been closed, though.
Hmm.
Well, I guess we're trapped here forever.
Yeah, that
Wait a
feels like a
minute, do you-
problem for later us.
Wait, okay, we're still walking and talking, but Tommy, do you have any like
He's just hopping.
Is it
Talking
sorting
and
when
hopping.
someone's hopping and another one's
Yeah.
floating? Is it still
I'm just-
sorting?
I'm just gonna float up to his shoulder and sit so he can hear me. Hey Tommy, you got any maintenance people that take care of the mill house? Because I feel like if that's the only door to other dimensions, we should probably fix it tomorrow.
I don't think that's something I can fix. That's not it's beyond my expertise, traveling between the planes of existence. I think that was a pre-existing portal, and you just blew it to pieces.
So for like the last hundreds of years, no one knows who built this thing. No one's been keeping up with it. It's just sort of existed and worked, and now all of a sudden it's destroyed. I can talk to
I
some
myself
people
know
in
that
town.
is at least 3 days old. Yes.
A good starting point.
So, oh, that's a lot of dead people. Look at all them. And there's just like
Like I said.
hundreds of zombies just milling about, like clawing at Castle Ravenloft, but not like getting inside. And the drawbridge is open, is closed. So,
Right.
yeah, the zombies are largely not even able to get to most of the wall structures.
Tommy, are you hungry?
I don't prefer dead flesh myself. Maybe perhaps stealth might be the better choice.
Oh.
I got a big tummy and I can fit about 2 in me, but that seems more than 2. My math could be off.
No, I think you're
Mugen,
quite a math star. Go on, Mugen.
Mugen's also bad at math.
I know.
Oh,
I'm
okay, so
very
we
small and stealthy.
should we sneak back in then?
I can levitate.
That sounds quiet.
Didn't someone cast a stealth spell? That would probably still be up if it's longer than an hour.
Oh,
I
Pest did before we went in.
Pest,
and
yeah,
I
you did.
Don't know. Penetrate. Lasts for an hour. Oh.
Last for an hour.
And his concentration. Let me roll a bunch of constitution saves real quick.
Yeah.
That one's okay. Ooh, that one's okay. That's a nat 20 and a 4. So no.
Yeah.
Did I get hit twice or 3 times?
I feel like just twice, I think. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because the
wait.
second one was 20 some odd. I would not have survived another hit. You're right. So we
Yeah,
do
yeah.
still have pass without trace.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Everybody roll a stealth check. Don't mess it up.
No pressure.
Add 10 on top of whatever your normal modifier is for this pass
Versus
without
the
trace.
intelligence of a zombie.
26.
Yeah, well.
21.
Yeah, okay. 18.
Well, it's a really good thing we're adding 10. to
Yeah,
this.
same.
Yeah. The zombies
put
got
it
10.
Okay,
That's a dirty
well,
20.
there you go. I got
Nice.
18, so.
You are able to just kind of duck and weave. Like, tell me how all of you like get through as the secret familiar team. Just kind of
Do
weave
we-
through all these dead bodies that are like giant hulking zombie giants to you. Like, how do you get into Castle Ravenloft and past all the undead?
It's like the
Well-
Silent Hill nurses.
Oh!
Mhm. Personally,
How dare you invoke their name?
I think Mugen is going really low to the ground, and anytime that she thinks that she gets noticed, she plays dead. And
Oh,
then they don't notice. And then I get back
Oh
up
my
and I
God.
go a little further. And I play dead.
Perfect.
That's what I'm doing.
Squid resists the urge to give Mugen belly pats.
It's good
Gail-
just
Gale is like so teeny tiny that he's very used to like running on the ground and weaving in and out of things, and he's singing a theme song in his head as he's doing a non-copyright.
Right. Just some random in 5/4 theme song.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. And he like it's very epic in his mind as he's crossing over like twigs and stuff, and it's all very treacherous.
Perfect.
I mean, I think Pest is just sort of going. I mean, he's a caterpillar. I do think though, if he ever attracts attention, he does this weird thing where he like flips on his face and sort of bites into the ground to hold himself steady so that he's like standing straight up, and he can sort of fold his spines up against his body so he looks a little bit like a chunky blade of grass.
Every once in a while, you're like. Every once in a while, you like crawl forward and like a giant zombie foot stomps right in front of you. And you just stay still, and the foot goes up, and you're like, okay, wiggle, 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 stomp.
I do also feel like the odds of me never getting stepped on are fairly low. So like a couple of times, Pest has to like wait and reinflate and then keep.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you get to Castle Ravenloft, and Pest, you got a little hole that you go in and out of.
I do, yeah. We've even put up a little leaf so it looks like a little door, and there's like a little. I've chewed a little hole, like a peephole in it.
I love it.
Yeah,
yeah. You can all squeeze through there, even you, Meagan. It's
amazing where dogs can fit.
Liquid.
Oh, you're right. The castle is quite large. It was very small, far away.
Yes. Well, if you don't mind, I'll give you the grand tour. This is our foyer. This is where you take your shoes off if you want to. We're undead. We don't really sweep the floors. But through the foyer, you're going to see the grand hall.
It's just covered in just webs.
It's like when you walk into Edward Scissorhands' castle, it's just like really palatial and with like this grand staircase that spirals upwards with a chandelier in the middle with cobwebs between the chandelier and the staircase. Just clear out the cobwebs. There's spiders, but they're friendly for the most part if you don't bother them.
Pest, what modifications have you made to Castle Ravenloft?
Mostly in the little conservatory courtyard that has like the sad dead plants where I live and command my army. And so there's just a lot of, you heard me. So there are a lot of, like, tree and twig, like, catwalks and bridges and just sort of all over this courtyard. And the courtyard itself is just like most of the castle, like covered in dust, covered in cobwebs. But the planter areas are like meticulous. Like, hospital corners on all the little leaf beds, and like it is spotless. Pest runs a tight ship, apparently.
The sun does start coming up, which is a good time to take a long rest if you want one.
Oh, please.
Does everyone want a long rest?
Please.
Yes,
right.
Please.
Everyone gets a long rest. Where it is, Gale, where do you decide to get a long rest? In Castle Ravenloft.
As long as Pest doesn't mind, Gale would ask if he could burrow in one of the planters, because rats like to like tunnel and make their own little beds and stuff. So I think he would look for any like fallen twigs and kind of burrow into some of the mulch, I guess.
I imagine a gargoyle that had actually fallen to pieces after being killed. Its head's turned to stone. Actually, it had been turned into a planter over the last 100 years. It just had a dip in it. And so it got turned into a planter, and you dig yourself into the dirt of the top of its head.
Yeah.
Pest?
Yes?
Did this gargoyle have a name?
Oh, I don't know. He was dead long before my time. I called him Planty, but that's more functional than anything.
Planty.
Oh, that's nice. Yes, it's well pronounced.
And Gale's gonna kind of like nuzzle his little nose down, and his paws go into overtime trying to burrow, and then pretty much as quickly as you see him start to burrow, you go.
Oh.
And he's
One of the
out.
eyes is
blanket.
missing in the gargoyle, so water can drain.
Yes.
So you can like poke your head out of the eye if you need to.
Oh my god, yes.
All right,
love
Mugen,
that.
where do you find in Castle Ravenloft to make your home?
Ooh, I do that dog thing, and again, I don't all my dog knowledge. I'm
That
pulling
dog thing.
from my dog, so I do that dog thing where I find the center point of between where everyone else is sleeping. So like if everyone's in like these different rooms, I find that middle area or that doorway where I can like clock if anyone comes in or out, so I can go hi, hello, are we going? Or don't leave without me. And I just basically it's probably like a doorway, and I'm just like flat, like on my back.
I think like the temple, like the kind of cathedral Ravenloft, you're sleeping in the doorstep of it, in the door jam. Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah, because it gets a little bit of sunlight, not enough to kill a vampire, but yeah, you're able to kind of see everybody, all the comings and goings in Castle Ravenloft from there.
Okay.
All right.
And Squiddle takes off her cape. Here you go. You don't have to sleep on the bare floor there.
Okay.
And hands it to Mugen.
I bite it and go do that thing where I flip it up and covers my whole head.
All right.
Like that.
Everyone gets a long rest.
Yay! We made it to against all odds.
Is it okay if is there like another,
You're not gonna ask for another game to play, are
is
you?
there like another no. The room where all the clones of Whittle is there
Yeah.
like another reservoir that's empty that Squiddle could pop into?
Do you want to sleep in a glass clone jar?
Yeah.
Yeah. You like one of them didn't take, and you had to flush it down. So you got an empty.
Did I just now flush it down?
No. It was a while ago.
Okay.
We're in the sewers of
I saved.
Well,
I
this
saved
clone
its-
like became sentient and tried to murder you. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I killed it, and then I saved its brain for snacking.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
and
Well,
I've-
you didn't notice to save the brain yet because
Okay.
your conditioner is recent. So.
Well, I feel most safe in this room because there's a security guard now. And before I get comfortable in this clone jar, I'm going to direct him to the little room right outside that room.
Okay.
I think, which is like right between that room and the room where we saw that sliver in the amber. Hopefully it's comfy in there. I don't know if there's like a bed or a chair or couch.
No, sleep here just fine. That's a lot of clones, though. Seems a bit overkill. I've never cloned anyone myself, but that's like 200 clones. All of them, some of them move. It's not a good sign.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know what kind of experiments she was doing, but I know that it was causing some earthquakes in Barovia. So, one of the things I've had to do for the last couple hundred years is like help the bartenders repair their place of business because their foundation is cracking.
Just the bartenders? That seems very specific.
Well, that's where I like to hang out. So that's like,
Don't you drink
that's
blood?
that's who I help first. Well, you mix a little bit of blood in there, and you have a party.
I think you're implying that you murder people that live in taverns.
No, I would never murder someone who serves me a Bloody Mary.
Okay, then. Well, I'll be outside here protecting all your clones. And he just kind of like squats. His belly just kind of spills out. I don't need sleep. Not a lot of flies in here. Is my talking bothering you? Do you sleep?
She lifts the glass to the clone jar. What?
I said, is my talking bothering you?
Oh no, I couldn't hear what you were saying.
Okay.
Did you need something?
What?
Okay, good night.
Waits for you to close the lid. Good night.
What?
What? Oh, I said good night. Not a lot of flies in here. All right, and it's morning.
Does Gale cast a spell magic on him so we can just remove him?
I know, right? That was incredible.
Oh.
You all wake up to the not great sunlight of Ravenloft. It's just it's dim. It's dim. It's dreary. It's raining. You're not wet. You're outside of a puddle, Mugen, and you're in Castle Ravenloft. What are you doing? This is your new home.
I wake up first and I go check in on every person in the castle. Hey, are you awake? Are you awake? Okay, next person. Are you awake? Hey, Gail, are you awake? Hello? Are you? Okay, just checking to make sure you're still in the same place I left you at night. Hey, Squiddle, are you awake? Squiddle, are you awake?
Squiddle can't hear
you. Get to the clone chamber that Squiddle is just hovering in, and
okay.
Yep, I'm awake. I'm awake now.
And I kind of just go wait in the courtyard again for everyone to reconvene.
I imagine when Squiddle gets out of the cloning chamber, it's like when Darth Vader decides to have a conversation after he's been resting. Just yeah, I'm awake.
Yeah, but for like really mundane small talk.
Yeah.
So you wake up, everybody. Pest, you are like, are you heavy sleep? Pest, I feel like maybe you need a full 8.
I think so. There was a time when I was a younger military man that I could, 2 hours was all I needed, but full 8
the
now.
worm military?
Yes! I don't know what's confusing about my service, sir. Yeah, no, I do think Pest needs, and I think if Mugen, comes to, it's a lot of like, no, charge, yes, and then rolls over. But eventually, yes, unwillingly, and with, Moth bringing him little worm-sized teacups of, well, it's not tea, it's just muddy water, but, we pretend.
but you like, you are putting on a show.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Raising one thorny whatever you have.
Right, yeah. What spots?
As you drink out of it.
Yes, that.
Where do you all convene?
Well, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I would probably wake up and use my little nose to see if I could smell if anybody had like walked through the courtyard in front of where Gale sleeps, I guess now.
Yeah, there were no. You don't smell. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay. Okay, I have advantage, so we're just gonna roll a second one, and we're ignoring that first one because that's real rough. I have a better sniffer than that. Nope, rolled the exact same thing. That's a 10.
Nope, nothing's been by here. No.
Wow. I would probably just run into the foyer then, since that's the room that we've been in the most, to kind of look around and see where everyone is.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we can gather there. The question will, of course, be if we need to consult Tommy at any point, but for now, maybe it's best we're not near him while we chat.
Tommy. Yeah.
I assume Tommy is dutifully guarding the clones.
Oh yeah, he's still outside the clones.
Yeah, I think Squiddle's gonna walk up to Tommy very cautiously and see if Tommy's awake or still trying to talk to me.
I'm alive.
Hey, I hope it was comfortable here for you last night. Did you see anyone walk through here?
Well, no, I don't think I saw anyone walk through here. Much more comfortable than the bottom of a well, so I don't know if that defines anything for you, but less damp.
That's good. We're gonna have to fix those
good
standards,
acoustics.
But... What?
Nothing.
Wait, acoustics for what?
He spent all night singing. Once he knew that Squiddle couldn't hear him, he just spent the whole night practicing his repertoire.
Aw.
Well, you best begin to your friends. I'm going to guard these clones. in case someone tries to kill them or they come to life and suddenly become a vampiric army, just decimating the entire world of Barovia. But that won't happen. Not on my watch.
Tommy.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to my friends. I'll be back soon.
All right. Tell them I'm sorry for eating one of them. I don't remember which one it was, but
That was Gail.
oh, sorry. Tell Gail I'm very sorry.
I will let them know.
They were delicious, though.
They might appreciate that, actually.
Yeah.
All right, you head back up to your friends.
Yep.
All right.
Hey, Gail. Tommy says that he apologizes for eating you, but for what it's worth, it tasted pretty delicious.
Oh,
Thought you might appreciate that.
I did. Thank you. Do we have any idea how we're gonna track down all these other familiars?
I mean, at the moment, our only lead really seems to be Tommy.
Tommy, how do I put this kindly? Tommy doesn't seem to actually know much.
Yeah.
I respect his enthusiasm, but I feel like he ate the guy that had more of the information than him.
There is an extensive library within Castle Ravenloft. I mean, Strahd did collect a lot of things.
It's true.
I mean, Squiddle, this is kind of your domain. Do you know where we should start or what to do?
I mean, we could start with the library. We have a whole section for familiars. It might have something in there.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm going to lean on you, DM.
Who's got Arcana? Give me some. Like, you guys all go to the
Surely.
library?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and I think just trying like all the little bits that we managed to get from Tommy, right? So somebody like probably there was some reference to something that made me think this was all going down in one of the hells. So like maybe something about devils, definitely something, you know, he mentioned someone named Morgan Kanan. So just any little thing that Tommy dropped on us.
Okay. For those that have Arcana, start rolling it.
It's a 12.
I don't. So Mugen's just. I'm
Okay.
just excited to be part of it.
Oh,
You,
blessings.
you can roll Arcana even if you don't have it. It's just
Okay.
like it's where your modifier is.
Can't do much
Plus
worse.
0. 7.
Squiddle. That bad, huh? Wow.
There's something about this game, guys.
Come on,
I
Gail.
know,
Gail.
it's cursed.
Come on, I know we've been rolling like poop. Oh, come on!
That's an 8?
8, 7, and what else?
I'm a
12.
very small rat. It takes a long time to read.
Half the day goes by and you find nothing. You find how to make Strahd zombies.
Right.
Find the spell, the scroll that creates them. You find a manual of flesh golems. You find lots of like angry letters about his brother.
Yeah,
lots angry.
sounds right.
All kinds of things about the apparatus, some kind of strange device capable of separating bodies and souls, even replicating people to some degree.
That's
Strange
something.
things like that, but nothing that seems spot on, and nothing about familiars. Go ahead and give me another round of those.
Woof.
Day 2.
Oh, natural 20 for a
Oh,
24.
Blessings, finally.
God.
Whoa.
I got
9.
13.
Nice. Good,
Aw.
good Mugen.
Good, Mugen.
You
If
find
I say-
another Strahd bone.
Yes!
I do run one campaign where our like negative, like intelligence modifier -1 monk always crits on Arcana checks. She just knows everything about magic.
My character even has everything in stealth and rolls a 1 every time.
Yeah, every
It's like
time.
there's a beer bottle in the alleyway every time. So it's just that's how it goes.
I got a 5, so I think I'm picking books
Proud
out
of you.
based on how pretty the covers are.
Yeah.
And
Aw.
Gail's getting distracted by the pictures.
With a 5, I say that you start rearranging the library by color.
It's a really long time though. They're very heavy for me to drag
Yeah.
around.
And you're probably very meticulous about it.
I'm gonna order the books based on which authors I think would like to hang out together. So Gail's pairing them that way.
Let's see. Well, Van Richten would really like to hang out with.
Yeah, right. Oh my
As Zaylin, those two sound like they'd be best friends.
Their names
Is
are so
it-
complimentary.
Very hard
Nothing
to
else
find
matters.
Wait, is it Zaylin Rex a dog?
Put it in the familiar section.
Yeah, that one goes
Wow.
that goes over there.
I'm hoping.
With the 20, Squiddle, it's probably the first roll you've gotten that's succeeded next to the persuasion. You find a book of the domains of dread.
Bless.
And there is a place that you've heard of, you've never been able to go to, called Clore. And it's rumored that this domain has 13 stars and one sun sphere in the very center. And all of these domains that are crumbling, falling apart, ones that the dark powers are no longer using or have a use for, circle this sun, slowly eroding, eventually being absorbed into the sun and exploding. That this is where domains of dread go to die in Ravenloft. And that might have been something that Tommy was referencing. Some place so broken in the multiverse that maybe you could find a way to the land of familiars, where familiars are born, and the hidden city.
It was called Clore.
Clore.
Hey, everyone! I think I found something. It seems like this book is talking about what happens to the domains of dread when they end, and I think I want to show this to Tommy. There might be something here.
Sure, certainly. At least maybe he'll recognize something, but it's the best
Yeah,
thing
he-
we've gotten so far.
Don't let him eat the book.
It's a solid
And
point,
you've-
Mugen.
There is a sheet of folded up sheet of paper inside the book next to Clore.
And on it.
I take
Throw
it
it
out
away.
and open
There
it.
you go.
Set it on fire.
A very tiny hand painted this meticulously, but it is an immense city, seemingly made out of trash and garbage. As far as I can see, and it says the familiar city. And you see all types of creatures. And this place is enormous. And there are spires, like suits of armor, magical items, just as almost all the way up into the air, a place for lost things, where all things in the universe eventually end up that are lost and found. And that's our adventure, everyone. Thank you so much for playing. We will see you next week for a Valentine's Day episode, but it's not going to be Valentine's Day themed unless we rip the heart out of something. So maybe we'll mix it up. Maybe we'll find out. Let's go around the room. Thank you so much for my wonderful players. This was so fun. Not quite ever what I think it's going to be. It was almost a TPK. Every day I'm thankful that we survived, or that you survived, rather. Yeah. So, Gail.
Yes.
What you got going on?
I'm joined by my familiar, so if you hear purring, it's because he
What's your
loves.
familiar's name?
This is Timothy Landers.
Oh,
And it's clearly very important that he comes and says hello during this show, apparently, according to him.
it's time.
Yeah.
Your show is over.
Yeah, he's like, come on,
Yes.
Mom. You've been sitting at your desk all day. Speaking of sitting at my desk all day, hi. I'm a full-time streamer, voice actor, tabletop RPG player. You can catch me on Thursdays at 2 p.m. Pacific. I'm remembering things. I have a memory. On the Fable Scraps channel with Star Trek Adventures. It's a Star Trek TTRPG. It's great. Highly recommend. And I have some really cool announcements coming up soon. So if you want to follow along on Twitter, I'm going to get to share those soon. You can find me on all socials at Negaoryx, Negaoryx. Thanks for helping me not die today, everyone. That was so
very
stressful.
I can't believe that worked. I'm
Congrats.
blown away.
I was
Congrats on
already
your first death saves.
Thank you so much. That was so
Yeah.
exciting. I was already
Aw.
building a new character in my head just in case.
Oh, no.
Michelle.
Sup, I'm Michelle and Bradley, and I didn't size today. Wink. Oh, the death saves, by the way, when you hit 0 on your HP, it pops up and you can click on it to roll your death saves on D&D Beyond.
Oh,
Anyway,
that's really
you can find me on the internet at I am Chubby Bunny. I think my handle is like down here somewhere. I am always here on Mondays, and on Tuesdays you can find me on twitch.tv/hyperrpg playing Outbreak Undead, a very serious, scary, the opposite of this game, zombie apocalypse game. And my character just turned evil again, so it's been a whole ride. It's been wild. Also, today
Challenge
we released-
accepted, by the way.
Yeah.
I can make it a lot scarier.
Rip. Why am I doing that? What else? Oh, and then today also, I had a very small part in a video that Fandom made called the Vox Machina Drinking Game. So you can see that on fandom.com. It's just a very silly video where we play out rules to watch Vox Machina and get really, really drunk. Probably don't play the game for real. You'll die in real life. And yeah, more stuff's coming up. Find it on my Twitter. Boom, done.
Eugenio, also our technical operator.
Doing my best today. Hi, everybody.
No, you're doing great. Like you're role playing and doing and running tech at the same time. It's amazing.
Well,
not easy.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Eugenio. I'm DM Jazzy Hands around the internet. You can find me here on Twitch and on Twitter at DM Jazzy Hands. What is today? Monday. So the rest of the week, I'm just hanging out on my channel, playing some Mass Effect Andromeda, playing some Inscription, having a good time. Also, well, never mind. So that's the next 3 days for me. And then I get a couple of days off of being live. And Rivals of Waterdeep had our season 12 premiere yesterday.
Yay.
Had our first episode of this season with Latia Jaquise back in the DM's chair.
Nice.
And it is it's a good time. We looted the lair of a great worm and came back to Trollskull Manor with about 300,000 gold. Plus magic items. So we are like unto gods, and I can't wait to see what happens this season to take us down a peg. So that's where you can find me this week. I also have a podcast, D&D podcast, that drops new episodes every Wednesday. It's called The Last Refuge. You should check it out. I'm pretty proud of it. And thanks for hanging out tonight.
Okay, so Rob, Rivals of Waterdeep.
Yeah, truly. We're like, I don't know what to do.
Let's
Gosrick's
get a
thrilled. The
guest
rest of us are like,
appearance.
we're gonna get
Avern
robbed.
shows up for
Yeah,
Avern shows up
Yeah.
for no reason. I just want to be a guest for about 5 minutes. No particular
just
reason.
a few minutes.
But
Yeah, the familiars can join you.
There you go. We could use some dollars.
Just
Yeah.
gonna steal a bunch of your shit. And Meagan.
Hey everyone, I am Meagan Kenreck and I play Squiddle, previously known as Whittle. And if you want to learn more about Whittle, I would recommend checking out Heroes of the Plains, where they just wrapped up a year-long campaign. You can also play Whittle in Idle Champions. And that is the first champion with the speed hashtag, I believe, which is pretty cool. And I will also be here every Monday at 5 p.m.
You're fast as F. Yes.
Fast as heck, boy.
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much for these wonderful players who I am subjecting to this bonkers D&D game. It is so fun. I look forward to it every time. I'm having a panic attack before every game because I'm like, I don't know how this is going to work out because this has not ever been done before. And I'm so thankful we're all doing it for the first time together. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Have a good week, everyone. Bye.
Bye.